Hello, this is wmpyr. In this video, I like to share my 2 cents on how to train all year round. This is something that I've been doing for years now, so I just thought it'd be a good video to talk about this subject. Okay, and of course, because this is my YouTube channel, I'm going to definitely have perspectives from the martial arts point of view. So hopefully you'll find that interesting as well, because I'm sure the subject has been covered already on YouTube by many great YouTubers. So anyway, okay, the first thing is I think it's very easy to understand that there is a lot of benefits on working out all year round. Now, some people may actually go against that and be like, well, I don't want to burn myself out, or it's not necessary, or whatever. And those are just very negative point of views. And ultimately, being able to work out all year round means that you've successfully made it into a lifestyle. So if it's part of your lifestyle, then it's like, brushing your teeth, washing the dishes. It's just something like that. It's natural. So for me, it's like unthinkable to imagine not working out. In fact, it's harder for me to take a break from working out than it is to actually go work out. So why? Because once again, I've made it into a lifestyle, and I think that is the goal right there. And we already know this, that there's a lot of great exercise programs and dieting programs, and some of them are extreme. They understand that in order to win the battle, they have to take extreme measures. So they do that, yet a lot of people, while they're doing it, may be all right, and they may see results and stuff, but the moment they stop, because they're not able to do that for months, or they may not be able to do that for years and years because it's so extreme. And because of it, they go right back to the way they were. And we all know this, right? We all know that. So I think that's where the benefit of a lifestyle is going to come into play, making it part of your normal life, right? Another thing that I want to talk about is, yes, this is a battle that we're talking about. We are battling to stay fit, battling to be healthy. And so when you look at these exercise programs, some are very, very hard and extreme, and then some are not so. And you have everything in between as well, right? To me, those are just tools for the battle. They're just weapons of war, okay? And to say one exercise program is better than the other, people get caught up too much in that, and it's because they're viewing it from a product merchandise point of view. So they're trying to pick the best one and see which one's going to work for them or not, or which one's right for you. To me, none of that matters. What does matter, more importantly, is that, once again, these are weapons in the battlefield. When I'm in battle, do you think I care what weapon I have? I'm lucky to even just have a weapon. So whatever weapon that's available to me, I'm going to use. Of course, if I have the luxury to choose, I'm going to have certain ones that I prefer and whatnot, but that's a preference. Preference is not as important as a necessity. And necessity is whatever that's available to you, you're going to use. So I'm not against some of those extreme workouts and dieting programs and whatnot. And especially if you're smart about it, do it for a short period of time and it gives you a boost or something. It may be good, or it may not be necessary, or whatever, but I wouldn't necessarily count it out of the book, right? Why would I throw it out of my toolbox? So anyway, but the point that I want to get into here is that now we're going to go into the viewpoint of boxing. There is not a pro boxer on the planet that is successful that does not utilize the jab. In fact, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, right? He is someone that he was known for his jab. He specializes in the jab. That was one of his main weapons. And the jab is one of the weakest weapons in boxing. All right? It's the weakest punch, should I say, in boxing. That's the jab. That's what it is. It's not supposed to be strong. It's not a KO punch. Yet, we are talking about, I just said that you need to have that in your arsenal. It's very important. Learning and mastering and having that in your toolbox. So we're going to take the exact same approach for exercise. It's the lesser punches that you have in your arsenal, and it's the boxer that can make use of the lesser punches. That kind of resourcefulness, that's the guy that's going to be a successful boxer. So in the same limelight with working out, it's the lesser exercises, the lesser workouts, the workouts that you do and you say to yourself, I didn't feel anything. I'm not sore. I'm not going to be sore. There's no burn. I'm not pumped up. My muscles aren't tight. I'm not out of breath. I'm not even sweating. Well, you know what? That counts. Believe it or not, it counts. It may not count in a way that you want it to, but you want to build upon that. And making use of those kinds of exercises and separating that from the ones where you are going to be tired, sweating, and you're panting, they're different. They are different exercises. So you just have to understand that. And not every exercise that you're going to do is going to be one where you're on the floor and you're going, oh my gosh, that was brutal. Not everyone's going to be that way. Realistically speaking, in life, you can't do that. You have other things that you're doing. You get busy, whatever the case may be. So it's unrealistic to say to yourself when you're motivated, yeah, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my physique, and I'm going to work out 4 to 5 times a week. And yes, I'm going to join this gym, and I'm going to pay the membership, and I'm going to do it this time. I really am. That's unrealistic. You were never able to do it before. What makes you think you could do it now? So that's also very, very important in martial arts, is to have a realistic viewpoint, right? And I'm not saying that joining a gym or having those kinds of hard workouts like the P90X or CrossFit or any of that is bad. No, I'm not saying that, right? What I am saying is that is different from your jab. Those are like KO punches. Yes, you want to have a finishing punch. If you're a pro boxer, you want to have that punch that can knock people out, the punch that's going to demand respect for sure. But you also want to make use of that jab. And that's where I think a lot of people fail to look at with exercise. So you want to have a very light type of exercise that you could, it's the equivalent of a jab, but you're constantly doing that. And what that does is, if you're constantly doing that and it's easy, so you could do it and you're not breaking a sweat, whatever, but you're constantly doing it, that means you're working out constantly. And that's exactly what you want and need to make it into your lifestyle. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you for listening, and take care, folks.